Hi guys, welcome back to the channel, Yorkshire Crafter. My name's Julie and today is Sunday. So Sunday is Whip and Chat day for me. So I am going to be diamond painting, and I'm going to be diamond painting on the giraffe from Spell Queen. So this is quite a big canvas, 45 by 60, yes, 45 by 60, and yeah, it's got some ABs in as well. So yeah, those are mainly in the background, and there's some scattered in the giraffe, some oranges and reds and yellows, and so yes, that's what I'm going to be working on today while I chit chat with you guys and catch up what I have been doing this week. So let's get some drills out, and these are the white ones mainly for the background, and they are the ABs. They've got the coating on them. It wants to focus. There we go. So yeah, it's got a little bit of that coating on them. So let's get started. So let's start with Monday. So Monday morning, I was up quite early. I hadn't slept very well that Sunday night. I don't know why, but yeah, I was up at 4:30. Yeah, sat and had my coffee, came round a little bit, and then I sorted out the pets, and then at about 6 o'clock Mark got up, yeah, 6 a.m, and yeah, he's like, what time you been up? I'm like, 4:30. He's like, I think you need to go back to bed for at least a couple of hours. So that's what I did. I went back to bed for a little bit, and then got up, had some dinner. We had an Asda delivery, food shop delivery, and then when we'd sorted that out, I was stitching on Cup of Chia. So I stitched on that for a little bit in the afternoon until it was pet feeding time. So sorted out the pets, walked Ted, got back, was sorting out tea. What do we have for tea? We had spaghetti carbonara. Let's get some more wax. Have I got any left in this tray? Because they do advise using dirty or used wax, if you want to call it. So yeah, there was a little bit. That'll be enough or not? Yeah, it is. So yeah, spaghetti carbonara for tea. And then when I came up here, I was getting ready for Disney Dollhouse. And then I was stitching a little bit because it wasn't quite time to go into StreamYard. So I was stitching on Haunting Night. I didn't write what I'd watched. Probably an Emma Kenny, probably. I don't actually know. But yeah, I was stitching a little bit, watching a bit of true crime on YouTube. And then at 6:30 I went into StreamYard. Was sorting out my cameras and everything. Got into the room. I was sorting out the thumbnail and the background, and you know, the little icon thing that you can have in the corner instead of the duck. So I was doing all that and chit-chatting with Chris for a little bit, and then at 7 o'clock we went live with the Disney Dollhouse. So what did we do this week? It was the books for the bookcase. So we'd done some pre-stream. Kind of glad we did, because yeah, those books took the time. So I made sure that I had a few left to do on the live, but then we had the frame that sits in the floor for the top of the staircase. So yeah, we had a bit of a rectangular frame that goes in the upper floor for the staircase from underneath. So we were doing that and installing that. And like I said, we had some books to finish off, or rather I had some books to finish off. Chris had done some of hers, enough for the bookcase, but they do send quite a few. Most people, other YouTubers that I've seen, will just have them in a stack on the floor next to the bookcase. You know, once we set up all the rooms and everything, you can just have them in a pile next to it. But Chris just chose to do enough to fit in her bookcase, and she's put the rest away until, say for example, we finish the house and she wants some extra books. So yeah, we did that, and then afterwards was another stream. There was another stream, but I wasn't on it. It was Dano's Universe with his Eddie Stobart. So yeah, me and Chris, I think, had a few minutes chat, and then we went off then to watch Dano and his Eddie Stobart. And then when that finished, then I went off to bed and I was watching some YouTube. I watched Candy, the 614 Stitcher, her floss tube, and then I watched Shalene. She had 2 videos. She had her planner, doing stickers in her planner for the week. So she had her planner video, and then she had her daily video, what she was going to do that day, what she'd been stitching on and showing us. So yeah, I watched both her videos. So then on to Tuesday. I was up at a bit of a better time, 7:30. So I think both me and Mark woke up at the same time on Tuesday. I do need some more wax, because yeah, hopefully I'll have a bit of a better time, because like I say, if it's new wax, the ABs tend to pull it out of the pen. So I've been having some problems with these ABs and it pulling out the wax. Let's try a trick I've been told. about mushing it and warming it, and yeah. There we go. Hopefully that should be okay. It shouldn't pull it out, but we'll see. So then, yeah, like I said, on to Tuesday, I was up, well, we were both up at 7:30. So I had my coffee, did a little bit of washing up, and then I was stitching a little bit on Cup of Chia for my Whip Go number, my Shannon Christine call. And then about 9 o'clock, my husband said, right, it's my normal breakfast time. Are you hungry? Do you want anything to eat? So he had some toast and a bowl of cereal, I think, and yeah, I just fancied some toast. Oh no, we had crumpets, not toast. So yeah, we both had some crumpets, and then my husband had a bowl of cereal as well. So yeah, had a breakfast. Don't normally get up early enough for breakfast. So then I carried on with stitching Cup of Chia. So I was doing that. Then for lunch we had tuna sandwich, tuna mayonnaise, salad sandwich and some crisps. So we had that for our lunch. And then in the afternoon then, once I'd washed up and tidied up, and I carried on stitching. So more of Cup of Chia. So I was doing that up until pet feeding time. So fed the pets, walked Ted, got back, and Mark said he's going to do omelettes for tea. So he was just getting some bits chopped up ready and doing the omelette mix, the batter, whatever you want to call it. So yeah, he was getting ready and prepared for that, and I was helping a little bit by just, you know, finding things out, getting containers out for him and putting things in the fridge as he was chopping them, and just helping out. So then we had about half an hour before he said he wanted to start cooking it. So I was stitching on Cup of Chia. So yeah, did that for a little bit, and then Mark started cooking. So yeah, we had a vegetarian omelette, if you can call it vegetarian. I think it had what did it have? Mushrooms, cheese, peppers. So yeah, really nice, really enjoyed the omelette. I had an omelette in a while. We normally wait for the warmer weather to start coming through to have, you know, those lighter meals. So yeah, we had omelettes for tea. So then I got on with washing up, made my coffee, came up here. What did I do when I came up here? I brought my stitching up with me because I wanted to carry on stitching on Cup of Chia a little bit before I went into StreamYard. So I was stitching on that, watching some YouTube, and about 6:30 I went into StreamYard to go live at 7 with Crafty Chris with her Eddie Stobart build. So I was in there doing chat, and then after that there was another live stream on that I was also helping with, the Titanic build. Geordie Dave and Dano. Oops, put that in the wrong place. Drag that over. Yeah. So yeah, I was helping with the Titanic live. So yeah, Chris's Eddie Stobart and then Geordie and Dano's Titanic. So I was helping with that, and then afterwards we had a little bit of a chit chat, and then I came off and went to bed, watched a bit of YouTube. Who did I watch? I watched Beth, the Steadfast Stitcher. I was watching her floss tube, and I watched Penny at Sage Butterfly Designs. I was watching her floss tube as well, and her cute little dog. Oh my gosh, so cute, so cute. So then I switched off and went to sleep. So then on to Wednesday. So let's turn the page over. So Wednesday I didn't go down into town with Mark. He decided to just go down with the boys. Our youngest, Oliver, decided that he wanted to sell some of his games to a second-hand shop. It's called CEX, and they're all about electronics, and yeah, you can buy second-hand and used, well, all sorts, consoles, phones, anything to do with computers. They've got all different kinds of games for all different consoles. They've got DVDs, CDs. Yeah, so a second-hand electronic shop. So yeah, you can take things in there and they'll check them, and if they're, you know, in good condition, or what they deem to be good condition, they will buy them off you. So then they'll sell them on then in the shop. They'll price them up and sell them on. But then our eldest, he was at uni until about lunchtime. But yeah, my husband said he wasn't planning on going down into town till late morning anyway, so they could all meet up, go get some shopping and bits, and some heavy, bigger, bulkier stuff, pet stuff and whatever. And so yeah, I stayed at home. I had a lovely relaxing bath, but then my husband did tell me before they went that they was going to call at one of the hardware stores, B&Q or Wix or something like that, but yeah, one of the hardware stores. So I did know I had a little bit of time, but yeah, like I said, I had a nice relaxing bath, and then I did a recording I recorded the stitchy planner for March. So I was telling you guys about my plans for March, what the Whip Go numbers meant for me, and then sorting out the acrostic, what projects I was going to do for each of the letters. So I briefly showed you guys pictures on my phone so you knew what projects I was talking about. I don't actually show any physical stitching in that video, but I do like to show you the picture so you know what project I'm talking about. So yeah, I did that on Wednesday. Then it was just a case of waiting for them to get home. I think it was about 3, maybe 3:30. Mark phoned me and said, yeah, we're in the taxi, we're on his way. So yeah, I went and waited on the doorstep for the taxi to pull up, and then yeah, I'll get in the shopping out of the back of the taxi and yeah, sorting it all out. So then once we'd done that, then we sat and had tea, because they went to the bakery, they brought tea home. We had sausage rolls. I think they'd also picked up a pot pie, and then yeah, we had some crisps as well. I think they were one of them share bags or something, so we just poured some onto everybody's plate. So yeah, we just had a bit of a sharing tea. So sausage rolls, pot pie, crisps, I think it were them cheese wiggles, whatever you want to call them, the supermarket own big share bag. So yeah, we had that for tea. And then after tea, when I came up here, then I think I was finishing off sorting out the video, or had I already done that? Did I already do that? It'd help if I were on the right day, wouldn't it? No, I think I'd already done that, because while I was waiting for them to get home, it was pet feeding time, so I yeah, walked Ted, and by the time I got back from walking him, they still weren't home, and there'd been no call or anything. So I came up to check my video, and it had finished editing, so then I uploaded it to YouTube. So then all I needed to do was sort out the thumbnail and release it, which I then managed to do on my phone, because like I said, I came up here to check it. So yeah, from the computer I upload it to YouTube, and then I go on my phone and go on to the oh, what's it called? Is it the editing app, or no, YouTube Studio, and then I can go in and sort out the thumbnail and make it public from there. So yeah, that's what I did while I was waiting for them to get home. So yeah, you guys will have already seen that, like mid-afternoon maybe, UK time. So yeah, so yeah, all that to say, then when I got up here, then there was nothing really to do with the video. It was already public, so I didn't need to sort out any of that. I just then needed to sort out what I was going to work on in Zoom. So it's the crafting Wednesday Zoom. So yeah, what did I end up working on? Haunting Night by Doreen Jones. So I was cross-stitching in Wednesday's Zoom. So yeah, Doreen Jones Haunting Night. So I did that in Zoom. I popped into Wax doesn't want to work. Trying to think if there was a live on Wednesday. Yes, I think there was. Yes, I'm sure there was a live on Wednesday. So yeah, while I was in Zoom and chatting with the others, and yeah, I got the notification that the live had started. I popped in to say hi while I was in Zoom. So yeah, if there's a live or something on and I'm in Zoom, I will pop on and say hi and give a like, and so yeah, even if I don't stay for the whole show, I at least like to pop in and, you know, say hi. And I will watch for a little bit, but you know, if we all then start chatting in Zoom, and I will then switch it off. But yeah, I do like to pop in and say hi. So yeah, that was Wednesday. So yeah, worked on Haunting Night, and I stayed in for a few hours. I think maybe 3 hours ish, maybe a little bit longer. But yeah, I did stay in for a little bit on Wednesday. So then I came off, then got into bed. I was watching a bit of YouTube. Let's see. I watched Rachel Q Stitches. I watched her floss tube. I watched Erin Elizabeth Designs, her second floss tube. She was saying she wanted to get another video up before the Nashville needlework market. But yeah, she wanted to get at least another one video before that. So yeah, so I watched her floss tube. I watched a couple of Shalene's. I'd watched the one from the day before, and then Wednesdays. So I watched Tuesdays and Wednesdays. I caught up. Then yeah, I'm just something she said in. It still makes me chuckle now, bless her. But never mind. If you've seen it, you've seen it. But yeah, so on to Thursday. So Thursday I was up a little bit later. It was nearly 9:30 by the time I'd got dressed and gone downstairs. So had my coffee. I washed up the breakfast things. Then there was a little bit of washing to fold from the dryer, and then I was stitching. So I was working on Haunting Night by Doreen Jones. So I was doing a bit of that until lunch. So for lunch it was tuna mayo and cucumber sandwich, a packet of crisps, and then after I'd washed up and tidied up after lunch, I carried on stitching. So more on Haunting Night. So I was doing that, and then it was pet feeding time. So fed the pets, walked Ted, got back, and I was stitching a little bit more on Haunting Night. Mark had already said the night before, for tea tomorrow we'll have microwave meals. So yeah, there was a little bit of time from walking Ted to tea time, so I stitched for a little bit more, and like I said, we had a microwave meal for tea. It was a chicken korma with rice, so we had that for tea with a pita bread or pita pocket, whichever you want to call it. So yeah, had that for tea, and then when I came upstairs then I was getting organised for the craft and quiz. So making sure I was ready and prepared. I was diamond painting, so this was already on the desk, and then I needed to decide what quiz, whether I'd do the Disney quiz or whether I was going to do the food quiz that I'd done a couple of weeks before. And yeah, I decided to do the food quiz because the previous week we had done the Disney quiz, so I thought, well, we'll do something different. So yeah, we did the food quiz. There was a bit of a mishmash of questions. There was some UK related, there was some American related questions, and you know, regarding when certain restaurants opened or when the first of that franchise opened in that country. I think there was a question or two about French food or something. I can't remember. But yeah, a food trivia quiz, so it's all around the world. So yeah, we did that on Thursday, and like I said, I was diamond painting. So yeah, we're doing that. Then afterwards we had a bit of a chat, and then I came off. Then I went to bed. I was watching some YouTube. So who did I watch on Thursday? I watched Crafty Emily. Crafty Emily, she was doing her floss tube. And I watched Scott, so Building with the Boys, and he'd done his next 4 issues of the Disney Dollhouse. So yeah, I watched all 4 back to back. So yeah, watched that and then switched off and went to sleep. And then Friday, so Friday there is a few jobs to do on a Friday. So Friday I didn't get up till 10 o'clock. So yeah, I felt like I was already late. I felt like I was so behind. But yeah, so got up, had my coffee, came round a little bit, and then my husband said he was going for his bath. So I said, right, I'll be up in a little bit to strip the bed, and he was like, right, okay. He said it does need a bit of a fabric fresh. So he said, you know, once you've stripped the bed, he said, you know, I'll get the washing and everything on if you'll just give it all a bit of a spritz. The fabric refresher spray, because it was only a couple of weeks earlier that we'd washed like the quilt and some of the well, the other pillows, because we have a normal pillow and a memory foam pillow, because we have the memory foam mattress. So the quilt and the normal pillows can go in the washing machine, but obviously the memory foam ones can't, because yeah, it does something funny to the foam, and yeah, they either have to be refreshed, or I think they can be dry cleaned, I'm not sure. But yeah, so we did that. I refreshed the mattress and the quilt and give our pillows a squirt, and so I did that, and then had my bath, and then it was lunchtime, so we had some lunch, and then after lunch I then came up here and checked everything, and yeah, it was all dry and smelling much better. So then I remade the bed. So by the time I had done all of that, then it was pet feeding time. Oh no, after lunch, when I came up to remake the bed, I then recorded floss tube, because there was a little bit of time before pet feeding and everything. So yeah, I did that, made my floss tube, went down, fed the pets, sorted out Ted, and then yeah, I got back and we were talking about tea, and I came up and checked my video, and yeah, just like last time, it had finished editing, so then I could upload it to YouTube. So I started uploading it to YouTube private. So then when I went back downstairs, then I was sorting out the thumbnail on the app, and yeah, set it to release once it had processed. No, that's a very small drill. Can't have that one on. No. Oh, I need to move my leg. Sorry guys. Oh. Oh. Yeah, need to move my leg. Oh, that's cramping up. Ow. Ouch. Oh. Oh, that hurt. Right, let me have a drink of coffee and then we'll carry on. Mm. Oh. Oh, that really did hurt my leg. Right, so where are we up to? So sorting out the pets. Right, so then for tea, Mark and the boys were having sausages, which meant I was having chicken. And yeah, it was chicken burgers. So chicken burgers in like a crispy breadcrumb. And he was doing sausage, chips and beans for him and the boys. So he said, yeah, I'll do you like a £1/2 burger, and you can have some chips as well. And oops, that's pulled the wax right out because I didn't do that trick. Oh, hang on. Put that in there, I can use that later. So yeah, what were I saying? I was having yeah, burger and chicken burger and chips for my tea. So yeah, he made me a £1/2 burger in a seeded bun with lettuce and mayo, and like I said, I was having chips with that as well. So yeah, we sat and had tea. So then in the evening, when I came up here, then I was free to do whatever. There was you know, nothing to finish off, no editing, or because I'd already done it all. So then I needed to decide what I wanted to do to go into Zoom, because this weekend was the diamond painting Zoom, but the host doesn't mind whatever craft you do. It's just crafting and company. So yeah, come and craft and chat, come and just, you know, you can sit muted if you want, just to have the company or the background noise. But yeah, she doesn't mind if you're not diamond painting. She says, yeah, just come and craft, just come for the company and the chat. But yeah, Friday I did end up diamond painting. I worked a bit on this one, but yeah, yesterday was a little bit different, but I'll get on to that. So yeah, when I was in Zoom, I was diamond painting, and yeah, so I think I stayed in for at least a couple of hours on Friday. I didn't write down. What time did I go in? Might have been about 5. It might have been a little bit later. I'd say sometime between 5 and 6 o'clock UK time. I went into Zoom, and then I think I came off about I'd say about 9:30-ish. So yeah, maybe 3-4 hours I was in Zoom. But yeah, I was diamond painting away, and yeah. So then I got into bed then. I was watching a bit of YouTube, catching up. So who did I watch? I watched Laura, Stitching by the Shore. She was doing her floss tube. And then I watched Jen's World of Stitches, or Jen's World of Stitching. I can't remember how. Yeah, either one. So yeah, I was watching Jen. And then I watched Shalene. Then yeah, settled down into bed. I have got a YouTube to watch tonight, actually. Oh, I can never remember. Her name always escapes. Oh no, it's in the title of the. I do this every time. I did it last time when I was talking about Crafty Emily's channel. Like, yeah, I can't remember her name, but yeah. So the one that I've got to watch tonight is Jen, the Caffeinated Crafter. So yeah, obviously her name is in her YouTube channel title, Jen, the Caffeinated Crafter. But yeah, don't ask. Don't ask. So yeah, Jen, the Caffeinated Crafter. She has done a floss tube. I think she does one every couple of weeks. I think she says she likes to leave it at least 10 days between videos, if not 14 days. So yeah, roughly every 2 weeks. So Jen, the Caffeinated Crafter. And yeah, the notification popped up last night, just before I settled down to sleep. So obviously I was going to sleep, so her next video is nearly 2 hours long. So yeah, I've got to watch that tonight when I go to bed. But yeah, so on to Saturday, which was yesterday. So Saturday is cleaning day. So got up, had my coffee, did a little bit of washing up. I think there was a little bit of washing to fold, and then I got into cleaning the bathroom. So I started doing that. Where's that gone? So yeah, I got on with cleaning the bathroom. So did that, and then after I'd done that, then it was lunchtime. So I got on with some lunch. I just had some toast and a cup of coffee for my lunch. So got washed up, got tidied up. Where did that go? There it is. So yeah, got washed up and tidied up. I think the boys had a little bit of wiping round left to do after lunch, and then Jack, our eldest, had asked me the night before if I fancied helping baking. He'd said to me at the beginning of the week that he was going to buy some ingredients to do some baking. He wanted to get some with his own money. So yeah, he got some proper butter, flour, sugar, eggs, and he wanted to make some buns, maybe even a cake if there was time. He said it just depended how far his ingredients stretched that he'd bought. But yeah, so Friday night he came to me and he said, you know, I'm planning on baking tomorrow, Mum. I said, yeah. He says, would you like to help me? I nearly about fell through the floor. Yeah, we used to love baking, and we did a lot of baking when the boys were younger, but you know, since going through high school, getting exams, and that just kind of fell by the wayside. And but yeah, so when he came to me on Friday and said, would you like to help me do the baking? Yeah, he said he said to me while we were baking, he said, you should have seen your face yesterday, Mum, when I asked you about baking. He says it's the exact face you're pulling now. He said you're beaming from ear to ear. I just said, well, you know what I'm like for baking, and you know, don't often get to spend time just the two of us, and you know, obviously you're at uni and having late classes, and he just couldn't stop laughing. He says, Mum, you're beaming from ear to ear. I'm like, well, he just wouldn't stop laughing at me. But yeah, I really enjoyed myself. I even thanked him afterwards. I said, you know, I've really enjoyed this afternoon, and just us two, and doing something we used to do when you were younger, and baking. And so yeah, we made 2 lots of buns. So we made some plain buns, and then Jack says, well, I think there's enough ingredients, we'll make a batch of chocolate. So I just said, right, okay, you just need to deduct a little bit of the white flour for some cocoa powder. So just take a dessert spoon or 2 out of the flour, and put a couple of dessert spoons of the cocoa powder in. So yeah, that's what we did, and we made some chocolate buns. So, but yeah, I really enjoyed Saturday afternoon. It was really good. So then, after we had baked, it was more or less tea time by the time we'd done. So for tea we had bacon butties, and then after tea, when I came up here, then I went into Zoom, and yeah, I was stitching in Zoom on Saturday night. I started a new project. It's called Hello Spring by Shannon Christine, and there's a few of us that have started this. So it's a buddy stitch, well, whatever you want to call it, buddy stitch, stitch along, yeah, whatever you want to call it. But there is a few of us that did start this on Saturday, and I think there's a few more that are due to start. I think they're just waiting for supplies to come in. But yeah, there is quite a few of us that have started it. So yeah, again, I was in Zoom. Did I go in a little bit earlier? We're at about 5. Normally I don't go into Zoom until about 6, because that's when the Wednesday one starts. So yeah, that's usually when I've finished all my jobs and got organised, and then I'm up here then for the evening. So that's usually when I go in, but I think I went in a little bit earlier because yeah, I'd done everything. There was nothing, no chores or anything to do, so as soon as I got in here I just went straight into Zoom. And then I think, was it a little after 10, say like 5 past 10, past 10, something like that, I came off Zoom. But yeah, I got a good start on Hello Spring. I think, was it 2? I'm gonna have to check. Let me get my other book out. Let me get my other book. How many stitches did I put into Hello Spring? 327. Yeah, 327 stitches into Hello Spring. So yeah, so say I went in at 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So 5 hours in Zoom, and I got 327 stitches in. I think that's pretty good for me. I think that is pretty good for me. Yeah, 327 stitches in. Yeah, you know, I was in and out making drinks and having bathroom breaks, and yeah, TMI. I know, guys, I know, but yeah, in and out a little bit. So I'd say maybe 4 hours of stitching worth. But yeah, it's less than 100 stitches an hour. I don't know what I'm doing. But yeah, we all do it at our own pace, don't we? So, but yeah, 327 stitches. So I think that is a pretty good start on a project for me. I will be going into Zoom in a little bit after I've done this video. So yeah, I'll be going in again today. I might stitch on White Santa. I might. Or I could diamond paint, because I really do need to get this diamond painting finished. I really do. So I'll probably, yeah, more than likely I'll probably diamond paint. But anyway, it's a diamond painting and crafting Zoom. Yeah. So it doesn't matter. So last night I watched Flossabilities. She did another floss tube. She does hers every month. There's Flossabilities. I watched Jen. Yeah, I watched Jen. Jen's World of Stitches. Yeah, I forgot. So I watched Jen, and then I watched Shalene. So then on to today, so Sunday. Got up this morning. I was sat having my coffee. My husband said he was going to go and have his bath. So when he'd done in the bath and come down, then I went for my bath. Got myself sorted and organised. I came down, our youngest went for his shower, and then we sat and had Sunday dinner, which was spaghetti bolognese. So yeah, Mark always does the the sauce, the bolognese, in the slow cooker and just leaves it to slow cook all morning. But yeah, so spaghetti bolognese, and then we had rice pudding for dessert. So yeah, a nice cup of coffee and rice pudding for dessert. And then a bit of some on my canvas. And then yeah, so I made another coffee, and then I came up here to record for you guys. So yeah, that is everything for this week. Like I said, after I've done this video, I will probably go into Zoom. But yeah, I really do need to get a wriggle on with this painting. But yeah, that is everything for this week, guys. So I'm gonna let you guys go. So enjoy what is left of the weekend and have a great week next week. So remember, guys, in a world where you can be anything, be kind. Bye, guys.